Lightbrite back. It was really funny, but this one time I was looking under the amendment laws of WorkSafeBC and the changes that they made with the amendments and everything, which, by the way, my husband was the first one to be done under the rules that were changed. Like when you read after March 2003, and his injury is March 20th, 2003, so they had just changed the laws on that So Exceptional, I think it was. Anyways, when I was reading in the amendment rules, I think it was for the BOD, Board of Directors or something, in it they had, and I would really like you guys to try and see if you can find it, because I did read it, and I haven't gone back to try and pull it out, but I did read it. And what it said was the board, or the act, the board, members of the board can change the act and have as many sub-clauses as needed to make their determination work properly. So they can go, okay, we're going to make this law like in this one, subject to sections 34 and 35. So you have section 23.1, and then you have A, and then you have B, and then you have 23.2, and then you have 23.3. But they could go in and do a 23.2 with A, B, C, and D as many times as they want. So in other words, they can write the act and the laws as they go through them. They made that stipulation in the last amendment. I don't know if you guys did pull up that amended letter for the 23.3 so exceptional rule. The Board of Directors had a meeting about it on March 17, 2008. And they said that it is perfectly fine, and the Workers' Compensation Act can hold it up. And I don't agree with that at all, and neither did the Review Division. I think it was the WCAT who wrote a letter in and said that they don't think that this law is can be upheld. And they just simply said, yeah. You can find that one on the amended acts of 2008. Particularly, if you want to, you can type in March 20th to March 19th, 2008, and it should be up in the amendment books there, and it'll have the letter and the whole thing. It's quite interesting, actually. But I see that they did that here. See, they have 3.1, 3.2, 4, 5, like, how many are they going to write? They're going to rewrite the whole damn board. The funny thing here is, as I'm reading through my files, and I think I've told you guys from day one that I had wanted a 23.3 ruling for my husband, So Exceptional, because I noticed things were wrong with him inside his brain early. And in the beginning there, our case manager trying to tell me that I didn't, but that doesn't matter. I've got lots of stuff on my trusty tape recorder, so yeah, I do have them. But here I have some on paper, and it is our voc rehab lady putting in a log entry into the file, which says this client, prior to his injury, was employed as a faller. Because of his continuing restrictions, it is likely that he will be unable to return to his current job. Due to the dizziness, vertigo, headaches, hearing loss, he may also qualify for a Section 23.3, but this would need to be investigated by Disability Awards. Now, she wrote that way back in October 16, 2003, folks. 2003. And yet they made me fight. But how many years did they get? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got 6 years of having all that money in the bank making interest. Of which point they probably didn't even delegate a % of that huge, huge money to this little old claimant that got his head smashed in by a tree. And he functions out in La La Land all the time with me being his babysitter. Which does not mean to be calling my husband down. I love the man dearly. It's just that that's pretty much how it goes. I never leave him alone without a babysitter. I don't call it a babysitter with him. It's either his dad or my daughter or our son, something like that. He's got to realize it, though. He just never mentions it to me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he actually doesn't know anything's wrong. It's really hard to work with somebody like that, though. But he didn't lose his personality, though. I still do love him. He's a very nice man, guys. But anyways, I thought that was kind of funny that, way back, right when she first met Jamie, she knew that he would qualify. She knew it. She even wrote it down right here. And from that day forth, they put the battle on. They made me take it right to the very last piece. And then, at the very last bit, they had to pull him in and put him in a 10-week brain trauma injury assessment. They had a whole team of 6 members assessing him for 10 weeks. I wasn't worried about it. I actually wanted him to go. I actually did want him to go. But seeing what it does, seeing what happened out of that, I don't know if I should have let him go. Because I don't really know if this so exceptional clause is worth what it's worth. Because now we have to pretty much live in poverty. Pretty much. We have to live on what they said that we have to have every month. And that's it. They didn't pay off any mortgages. They didn't do anything nice. All they did was deem a book, put it on a big plaque, and said, "Congratulations, you can live in poverty for the rest of your life, even though you made $5,000 a month take home way back in 2003. Isn't that lovely? That's real nice. I'm still so upset at that. Anyways, I'm just going to say goodnight because you know what? I've made I've made 3 videos now. This one will be 19 tonight. And they're not a good side of me that I'm showing, I'm just so tired of this. That's all, folks. I'm so tired. And you know what? I can't stop fighting. And you know why? Because I need to know my husband will be okay when I die. That's the most thing that is pressing on my brain every day, every day. Because he will need to have somebody watching over his butt his whole life. And if it's not somebody who loves him, he could get screwed. And that's all I think about. That's all I think about, you guys out there. That's all I think about 24/7. When I go to bed, that's all I dream about. And you know what? You think the WCB board would have actually done something to alleviate all that, as in money, so I could set it up properly myself. I'm not a retard. I do know how to manage money. Okay, enough rambling. Sorry. That's about it for now. If somebody has questions, I'm into it 6 years, remember. So somebody who's into it 2 years could shoot me a line, as long as it's underneath so that it's all not out in the open, so WCB can't know your intentions. I'd be willing to give you some advice. Try me. I might be your light at the end of the tunnel. Lightbrite out.